initially it baffled my mind when I would work with guys is how they would be so dead set on trying to figure out what to do and how to get the girl's number.
It's funny how people are so conditioned to, I think not only that, but I think people are so conditioned to the way courtship is supposed to look like, right? That's the other thing. They're thinking that it's a step thing, right? It was like, okay, I'll take her out on a date, and then I do this, and then I do that, and then it's like everything is a step-by-step process, rather than just letting it be a spontaneous adventure that you're creating right there on the spot.
Exactly. For me, it was always about the magic of the experience. And I always said, when you get into that situation with a woman, you want to keep that magic for as long as possible. Right?
Yeah.
You're not, there's never once was I in that magic of the moment and said, wonder if I should ask her for her number right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because when you're in when you're inside, when you're in that bubble, when you're in the magic, it's done. And it is done. Like, it's not, there's no questions of if, there's no desperation. It is what it is. So I remember back to quite a few of the actual workshops that I held. And I remember I'm like speaking, and I'm even speaking from my heart. And I really genuinely want to, I really want these guys to get it. I really want to help them. But at the end of the day, I reflect back on the event, and I never felt good about it. And if I could put it into words of how I felt, it felt like I was speaking to a wall. Like none of the information was being processed. They already had their agenda wrapped up in their own mind. And they, because they are living in their minds and they think that they're really smart.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. It's like like you said, it's people thinking they can figure it out. And for me, it was one of those things like when you were saying that it's about building yourself up, I automatically understood that to be the truth. And for me, it became a journey of, okay, well, how deep do you have to go? It turns out you have to go pretty deep if you really want to move the needle. And so it's one of those things where, like you said, it's like these guys think they have it figured out, but it's like you're talking about level 100 and they're sitting there at level 1 going, or level 3 going, yeah, I'm going to figure out these other 97 levels. It's like, bitch, you're on level 3. Like, you don't even have the skills or the perception to understand what you need to do in order to start figuring it out. You know what I'm saying? You're like,
you don't have the experiences to even be able to comprehend even a small part of what I'm even speaking of, because the thing is I mean, I remember, I can't tell you how many times I heard the same, story over and over from different guys where they started applying my stuff, and it happened so fast that it scared the living fuck out of them. They met this girl and they had this instant connection, and they, things got wild, and next thing you know, she's on top of them and they're in the back corner of this restaurant or whatever. And then the dude disappears for like 5 years because it scared the living shit out of him. Like, experientially, like, you have no idea, your average guy has no idea what I'm fucking talking about.
Yeah.
It's just like a fantasy for him.
Yeah, it's like exactly like you said, it's a fantasy. Because then it's like, oh, okay, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do this, nope. This is happening on levels you can't even begin to comprehend. Right. I mean, it took a while for me to even make peace with it, but I think for me, it's funny. The issue I ran into was like having those moments, it just unearthed more shit that I had to work on. Right? It was like, oh shit, it's triggering this, it's triggering that, it's triggering this. So it's like, yeah, you can be scared, but it's also like it's just showing you more and more of what you got to work on, more and more.
Showing you more more and more of the fact that you have no fucking idea
Yeah.
what you're talking about, and you still have a lot of work to do, buddy.
Yeah.
But that's the process that you have to go through, and you have to accept the fact that, you know, anybody that's successful has to go through that process. You almost have to get excited about fucking up, because it's like the more you can fuck up, the quicker your growth and evolution will be.